And look at that.
What happened is that guy super pump there. That guy super pump there.
How many
Used to
people
pump
living
here
back
years
here
ago.
on this? It's quite a couple of homes, huh?
It's 40 homes, 150 kids.
Wow, that's
And they can't do homework. But this is serious. So it used to be one bridge back here. So the two at the end, which include the guy who's coordinating it, he's stealing electricity.
just that.
Just that.
Tell me something. If we had to, no, I don't know.
Yeah, don't go on that thing. Because that mud, you don't know how deep it is. That's what it is.
He used to live here?
And everybody in that place with a little garden, with a little pig, they're trying to survive.
So this is what you would call the backland.
Right. Well, behind there is a farm.
Right. Now, when during the elections and during the hard times when they had a lot of the war going on in Buxton and they lived in the backland, these were the people that were talking. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, put it this way, is there like houses at the very back of
No,
Buxton?
this is it. This border here.
And when they came and they dug up all their farms, the Rasta people and some of the guys from here came and said to Corbin, come and do something for us. Look, they just, Corbin, lock up. So just to let you know that. Yeah.
So 14 years.
14 years.
I was telling
At
before
the last bridge there,
Yeah.
is when I built that bridge, then everybody start come and use the bridge and come and live in the back.
Now we have some other bridges.
Good heavens.
So you have no water? How do you get water?
Well, I have tanks, but the little children them, every morning and afternoon they gotta fetch water. They go into Bladen High School. If it wasn't for that bridge, they would have to go all the way back this way or behind the pump and then come back. They can't come back home for lunch.
So Bladen Hall is about a mile away, half a
No,
mile.
Bladen Hall is
Just
straight
over
across.
Bladen
This,
Hall.
where we are
Right,
where we are right now is Bladen Hall.
Okay. So they go to the school.
Right,
to get
some go
water.
right up in front.
Yeah.
And
So
put any kind of well down there because the land isn't regularized. They won't.
No, they have what they're using on the school road. They have a bore, right, which is unauthorized.
So GWI.
Right, so they allow them. I think this we are getting the water from.
The water's in the scheme.
But if they wanted their own supply,
Like because of the regularization,
they wouldn't allow them to.
Not allowed. I mean, the services wouldn't provide it.
Right.
The service provider
Do it on
wouldn't.
if you do a well.
They cannot do it on their own.
No, but if they could do a well on their own.
Right, but then you gotta go through the normal process.
To get permission for a well. And they wouldn't give them permission for a well.
Because if even they could afford to bore their own, if they get assistance to build their own well in the center of the community.
They still have to get
permission, yeah. They are going through all of this.
And that wouldn't be granted.
And that would be
Another
an
alternative.
environmental impact.
Yeah,
on all the
yeah,
things
that's
that
So what about if they form like a committee and go in? They have done that?
I don't know how far they have.
Mr. Smith?
I have met the
Because when you
minister.
own a
They
property,
do
you're
that?
allowed
They
to
did
bore a
that?
well.
We had one meeting, I think, business political, and then we went down to Georgetown, and we spoke to him concerning
He's the head of
the
local
bridge,
government.
because when I explained to you the situation with the children, then we have over 50 children living over there,
Good luck.
right? And every morning you could see them fetching with the jug, the little jug, to take water for their parents and so.
And it's dangerous, 135
Yes.
feet across.
Good heavens.
It's dangerous, yes, because when I came across here to do the survey,
When the last
there's
time
some
you were
little
here,
children, so
Anonymous, I am older than him. I am 72 years of age. and he's about 55. He fall along on the bridge, he nearly got right overboard because he come from the interior with malaria and he got weak.
You see, once you regularize the infrastructure put in, you don't need for all of these bridges that you
Right.
You would have one central bridge and then people do the distribution.
But the thing is,
How long would
they
that take
need these
to regularize?
services. So I'm thinking if it is a way, because that process is going to take long.
Long, very
One
long.
way that you could ease the struggle, I mean, the bridges they could handle, but if they could get a well over there, then they wouldn't have to walk so far for water, and everybody could use that well over there. If the well is paid for and it gets permission to go down. So I don't know if we could.
Then even in the regularization process, if they have to regularize, they will have a lot of problems because a lot of people build on the embankment.
Okay, so they might have to push them
They
back,
have to move.
or they might have to move.
It's like this down here, this is really built. So the machine they clean the trench, unblocks as the trench in the problem.
So in essence, what you're saying is that it's unlikely very in the near future this is going to be regularized, so they'll have to continue living like this.
But my mind will be a
The
lot.
only thing
There's
is
only
if
one
they
thing,
have
my chief concern, I am not working now, right? So it doesn't bother me if the bridge fix or fix that, right? But
children.
because of the children, I'm a father of 10 children, and I know I struggle to mind them, and this is terrible. Now, if we could only just improve one bridge, one, I could give an estimated cost. You don't have to be a powerful bridge, but something safe.
Now, who would?
I will do it.
You want some chewing gum or something to pass the?
You want some chewing gum? Like you only take out the thing from there and then you go no.
We don't have no. We don't even have no water. Yeah, I got water in the car. You want it?
By 6 and the edge, I use some 4x4 and so there's some crossing and then you put the beam across.
Okay. Now, what?
Right?
Who
It will
can?
be far. I will do it.
What permission do we have to get to do that?
You ain't get no
Because
permission
they
to
do
do
that
that.
without permission.
All right,
They
let's
did
back up a little. Everybody's here that you want
Yeah,
to have a
everybody's
meeting.
here,
Yeah.
so you
Okay.
can explain properly.
Let me just give you all a little bit of an introduction to sort of a background bit about what we're trying to do here. Because I know everybody's heard everything everybody has to say. Now, the Guyana Foundation is an organization that has been set up by myself, Mr. Phillips, Mr. Stanley Main. You all know us from before when we joined the PNC as the Reform. We went into that hoping that we would be able to make a difference and change people's lives. We got caught up in a political fray. We've been able to deliver nothing politically because the fight is still there. So what we decided to do was to form a non-profit, non-political organization called the Guyana Foundation and to try to reach donors overseas who could help us, not necessarily Guyanese donors, but other foundations internationally, who we could take the problems of Guyana to. Say to them, look, this country is locked down. Political turbulence, we have not been able to fix anything, and the hope of fixing the political problem is way into the future. In the meantime, the people are suffering. There are hundreds and hundreds of foundations worldwide that go out of their way just to help communities. They don't care where they are or who they are, they just want to help. We have several of those foundations working with us right now, and we're trying at this point in time to establish which communities we want to start working with. Yesterday we visited the village of Santa Rosa up
Region 1.
in Region 1, and we've earmarked some work that we want to do in the schools and so on up there, and the people, the children have no water, no toilets, no nothing. They're in a terrible state. Eric suggested that we take a look at this community because they're in dire need for some assistance, some form of assistance. And we had one other small community to look at. And we thought that those three communities could be our first projects in Guyana. One of the foundations that we're working with is called the Han Foundation out of California. They've paid a German engineer to come up with a system of solar lighting that they have been distributing all over Ethiopia, Nigeria, all over in large amounts. So when we met up with them, they said, if any of your communities in Guyana could use our gift of light, we would be happy to give the gift of light to Guyana.
Morning.
So when Eric mentioned this community, I thought if they have no electricity, perhaps it might be a good community where we could give the gift of light and also listen to what the other problems are. It could be that we could give the gift of light to the homes here, and then we could try to help financially with the building of some sort of a proper bridge. If the idea of the well will require all kinds of permits and permission, and we can't do that right, but maybe the community could try to help us to lobby to get that permission to bore a well. And if that is the case, and we could bore a well over that side of the river, of the thing, the trench, then we could get the funding to do that project, you see? Now this gift of light, I just want to give you one quick example. I didn't bring the one with 3 lights because it was too big to the brief. It's about this size, which is, so I just brought a small one. But basically what it is that each family would get one of these. If you pull it out. Okay, this is the solar panel, and it comes full with instructions and everything.
Easy to set.
And this is set up on the roof, facing the sun, of course. It gives you direction of where it has to go, etc. And this is the terminal, and it has all its cord. It comes with everything you possibly need, even though, you know, it's not something a man has to do. Women, if they're living alone, can figure this out, you know. This is the jack that does the feeding. Now, these are the bulbs. This is, as I said, a 1 light kit. But these, we're hoping to give out 2 light kits and 3 light kits for some of these homes. Now what this does is, this bulb here is pretty indestructible. You could drop it, you can't break it, it doesn't get hot, it can't burn children, all that kind of stuff. It could also be attached from here to hang. The children could do their homework with it. It has like 3 settings, like you can't see how bright this light is here in this sunshine, but it has 3 settings which are very bright because they're LED lighting. Yeah. So if this place was dark, it would light up this whole area here. And this bulb, you know, it came charged to some extent, but it's a very bright bulb. And the kit lasts for 12 years, right? So this foundation out of California is willing to assist us to give the communities the gift of light.
At the point that they can take this from your home or walk to another block,
yes,
and plug it in and pull it in.
Yeah, so the kids could actually, you know, for instance, if at night when they want to do their homework and all that kind of thing, at least they have light, and you could actually charge up this light and take it somewhere else and use it somewhere else and bring it back and charge it up. Even if they went to study at some other friend or some other place that don't have light, they could take this with them and actually have light. You see? So the foundation has these 1 light, the 1 light, the 2 light, and the 3 light kits. This is just the one bulb, you know. So we are hoping to be able to land these in Guyana and to be able to start to do some kind of distribution with them in the areas. I don't know if you all think, in your estimation, that these might be useful for these types of homes. If you think this would be something that the people in this community could use, because they don't have any light over there at the moment, and you know,
They could probably use that.
yeah. And the thing is, it's very bright. I mean, I did a test with it where I turned off all the lights and used it at a night setting and so on. And it works really well, you know. So the thing about the foundation is that Eric is on the ground here. I am the one that's roving around abroad, raising all the funds and all the things that we need. And I'm leaving again on Tuesday. And Eric suggested that I come and meet with you all, because if we could sort of take a look at the community a little closer. I mean, we took some video of it.
You went in already?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I have a meeting with some of the donors on the 4th of February in Cayman Islands. And I would like to show them some video of this community. And I would like to say, look, this is what the people really need, okay? If you need the funding to put up a proper bridge, all we need is an estimate of what that will cost. And that funding could be made available.
And you're leaving...
Well, I mean, even if you get that, you could email that to me.
A proper bridge.
You could email that to me.
So, Brother Smith, you can get an estimate
Yeah, I could give an estimate where like the wood, but like to deal with concrete piles and so, right?
But even a more sturdy wooden
No,
bridge.
right now, I have
Yeah.
what 85 feet of wood that I get from my church, which I did the fencing,
Okay,
and I have the wood home by me.
right,
I had it outside for us to call them to let me fix the bridge,
right.
and they neglect to come, so I put the wood in my yard.
But that
Right.
bridge is too
So it's still
narrow.
there?
It's still there.
You see, if you put a wooden bridge for now, at least a good
gonna be-
quality wooden bridge,
Right.
that would be good. Because then the authorities, whoever they be at the end of the day, until the thing is regularized, no point spending the kind of money to put down pilings and this and that. And they're going to have to rip it out.
But right now, there's the same bridge that I built the bridge is about 12 years old. And
This
if-
one down here.
the same one that I built up in front there. If we got some 4x4, like we said 20 feet, you're going to need about 14 to take your cross. And then if you put the wood cross way like this, it can cost you more money to do it. If you put it long way like this, it's going to be cheaper.
Brother Smith, what we want is a good bridge.
No, but if it,
The cheap, I understand the cheapness.
But then it's
No,
more
it's
risky.
narrow.
No, what
When
I'm
you put it
talking
straight,
about.
when you put it straight, it's more risky
Yeah.
because it's rots on the
Yeah.
You put-
right?
you put-
and then you go try.
Well, he's thinking about the cost
But
factor.
it's
So
not about the cost
just
factor.
don't
The
worry
idea
about
is
it.
the thing
Just-
with the things across.
You can. I even break
And
the
then
wood with the
where
handrail. You
it's
put a
not-
handrail on the
you
bridge.
need a handrail.
You need something now to solve the immediate problem that you have. If you're gonna wait for a long time to get what you want, you're gonna wait a long time. Sometimes somebody might fall overboard and drown.
No, what Ms. Singh is saying is that
If you
we
build
can
it
find the
properly,
resources, but
build
build
it
it
properly.
properly.
Yes, I
Build it
understand
But
that.
what spot?
I
You
understand that.
determine
gotta determine
which
that.
spot.
You see, because if they are a cross street here, because you're looking at a central point, like how is actually central. If you had something straight across, to my mind, and
The
then you have
narrowest
the-
point.
Yeah, and the narrowest
At
point.
the narrowest
Yeah.
point.
Because the houses go all the way there, the
Right.
bridge is there.
You
And
got
at
still
the end
got
of
You
the
could
day,
reinforce that, but
You know, I'd
still
like
do
to be able to show
Right.
our
But then you
donors a
see,
picture.
when we do it centrally, there is no cross street to take you out back again there.
Yeah.
So there is a problem, and the lane there is no road because they occupy the road. If you could
Where-
get access,
Where the
road
bridges
not
is across
occupied. Look,
there.
where the child is crossing there.
Yeah.
Right? You see the
Yeah.
size of the children that come
Yeah,
across
yeah.
the bridge. From there, you can come straight down at the back.
So that's
Let's
probably
have
the
a
best
broad,
one.
there's something
Yeah,
like
there's
about 12 feet.
no, I'm looking in front to you, Mr. Hanson.
Where you talking about this party?
This
Yeah,
part
this
down here,
this
so
is-
And
you
this
get
party,
to
they got
the
the
back.
middle part have a big way,
You have
12
walk two
feet passageway
people's
there.
lot.
No, but I'm saying if you put a bridge in the center here,
It's better.
right? You
Yeah.
put the bridge in the center, you get to the back. But I'm saying there's house lots right away through. You know, you're giving your space.
There's
That,
only this one here, one house lot going. If you're going to build a bridge street, there's one house lot you got to deal with.
But they would
Right?
have to break down, which you don't
Yeah,
want to do.
because you're looking at the central
Where
point.
you're looking at the central point. But what I was looking at, when we walk here to go out, so we got to walk through people's.
Yeah, yesterday
Is
we
that
walked
one
there.
walking outside of people's yard?
No,
That
no,
one up
no,
there?
that was
No.
there.
That
That
goes
goes
through.
into the street behind it.
When I
There's
come
a
in for-
street at the end there.
Yeah,
Look,
you
but you're
curve
looking-
into the
they- right, they have an access.
Well,
whatever.
we got to look at it.
But the thing is, it is that you're looking at these pieces,
Right.
right? When they get over there, there is no road.
Okay.
And you got to walk in and want to come straight
Yeah,
back.
especially when it's raining.
Right.
So, it's
So
better
I'm
you put
saying
it
that you
central.
look, you could have it central.
Right.
Right? It is because people will use this good road and just get the least a bad route to
Right.
Yeah, we
walk
can
on.
reinforce that one with the
Perhaps
wood.
if
you
you
know.
all
What you need to do,
approach-
they're using both bridges because what I see is that people keep going across
People
there
going
all the
across here and
time.
it's dangerous.
Excuse me, when
So,
I come here 14 years ago,
Yeah.
I went to visit a friend over here, right? And they said they have land at the back here. And I walk all the way through there, and when I reach by the end there, I said, look, I'm gonna stay right here. So they asked me why. You can build a bridge in front, right up in front of the road at Brush Dam,
Yeah.
and this one you can get a bridge here. And people will walk the same distance like walking through the street. Right? You're gonna get vehicle to drop you in, or you're gonna walk out or something. When we wanna go to town, we just walk right through to the main road.
From there.
Yes, from there.
But
But you see, that is what I'm saying again. If you have so even if it is possible to have it central, the
right.
vehicles can come right up
Right
to here
here.
and
Right. I have no grows about that.
That's what I'm looking at.
I don't have no grows about that.
Now the access to on the other side, right? This one. car, Nadia. Just put it in, like, we'll fix it up when we get back.
Let me get a little back up the street.
Yeah.
I work with the municipality.
Okay.
And when Stephen Ryan was Minister of Housing, he wanted me to go and work with Ministry of Housing.
Okay.
And they jack up my position and I stay.
Okay.
So it's 54 years now since I worked in doing woodwork and things like that.
So if the bridge was, if
I
that
work
is
with
a bridge,
Belfan,
you
who
are
used to
able
drive
to...
Parliament.
No, he could design the bridge, he's saying, but
I don't have a problem with that, but it's just the location.
location.
Would you all be able to discuss with the house on the opposite side where you
Well, that's my concern. If you go in, now they got two people, if you have...
So each people
be willing to give up their land.
This one spot here, right? Look. This one also there. This one also there. They can stop the people from coming.
That's the yard to walk through. This one here, right?
Yeah. Right, that's straight across here.
So you go straight across here and we reinforce that one.
So any chance y'all could any chance y'all if they want a better bridge and see if they want a better bridge and where they want it.
Because this is the perfect road for them to come.
I tell you, I can do distribution and the thing from one year from that is a long way to try.
That's
And
right.
behind, and behind there is worse. When it rains, behind there is swamp, is cold, and everything.
Look at this bridge. The one that I built is far better.
I know.
Far better.
No, because
Take it there. You have people at that end, you got people at this end, you got people at that end.
Right, you see
That bridge so here and there.
Right, that kid cross.
Right?
This small one and that one over the bridge with that one.
Yeah, and this is what happens all the time. But why can't you
Well, I'm sure they'd be grateful if they got help of a proper bridge. If one of them has to give up and speak to their land with access.
you have
And then
Brother Smith, look at this bridge, right? Look at this side bridge. What width would you be thinking of when you...
Anything like 5 feet.
5 feet is what?
5 feet is a walking bridge.
6 feet.
5 feet you can get 5 feet.
Yeah.
5 feet is it.
That's still too small.
Want a
Go
big
on.
Yeah, but
You're asking about a
Yeah.
walking bridge.
Yeah.
So he says about 5 feet.
Yeah, but
What
what we're thinking,
something that
but you can't really bring anything. You can't
No,
really
not
bring
vehicle.
Not feet.
It's not over here.
There's nowhere for the vehicle to go over there.
The same bridge, the same bridge. So build all those houses over there. The same
No,
bridge.
no, I
you gotta
understand
use.
that. We're just trying to get what's the right size.
Let me put 7 feet. A 7 feet will be okay.
Yeah.
so you build it.
Y'all, they can be here another 15 years before it recognizes
And
you.
this is one time and this one. And build it out to and if you get it to look good, okay, if you get a good green heart, then what will happen is, because if we take pictures of it to shore, before we build, at least it look good.
Yeah, but show them this. But then show them this easier that we have what we have to do.
And I think if
Could you take a shot here because this is where it's going to be built?
Yeah, but let's take all. So they will see is what the kind of thing that we have to go through.
All right. We are supposed to have a look
From both sides and on the dam.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
So
deep
that's
is
the
this?
problem. Huh?
How deep is this?
This thing is over 100 and some deep.
Yeah.
You know that's what this
It
is.
was deeper when I
It
come
was
here.
very deep, but as time goes by, like they don't maintain
But if
it.
somebody fall and they're a kid, how far are they going to go in?
Have they ever tried to move these people from here? Have they ever tried?
No,
Nobody's tried.
no.
But if you go across the bridge, you're going to see the distance. What they have.
Let's take a
The
quick
land space
walk.
is not-
Across there, man. No,
Anyway,
let's
could
go
go.
to this end. You gotta get everybody.
Let him do a 7 feet. Let him do a 7 feet. bridge.
With the thing banisters on both sides. Yeah. That'd be more stable. Yeah.
So everyone go back home.
Able to make some
Get
build
home.
a bridge here because what's where you go.
Good
morning.
Phillips,
This is the roadway here.
my wife.
Wonderful. Nice to meet you, Supriya.
So they come through here and then
Hi,
to
Carla.
the water.
There's a
Yes.
road. They come through here.
They come through here?
They can go straight out here. Go
But a car can't drive up to here.
Okay. You said the road is supposed to be from here to be here. The road will take you straight out.
Yeah, go.
Stay here.
And Mr. Smith?
No, that can go.
That's my house.
This is your house here.
That's my house.
14 years ago, you
You can see it when it was.
just imagine when you started.
I did it myself.
You did?
Yeah.
Nice job. Nice job.
Nice to where there's a nice road.
Right, they come straight to what you
Worst case.
what I'm saying is, when you go down somewhere, you see you gotta come right to rain road here. When you come center, some people want to go so, some people want to go so, go so.
Till right in the
The water is right there.
Are you sure?
This makes more sense.
Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah, it's car there.
Right, I see in that.
Right, so this
But
is,
that's not too far then.
right, so this is,
And they're going to decide where they want to
so double.
Yeah, see, because there's a road there, it makes sense. A taxi could come in, the bus could come in, drop them off, and then you can go left and right.
go. And so there
Because you still got a way to go.
Still right, you still got it.
Now,
This is whose place?
could find out whether it's possible if you all had the funds to bore a well on this side.
Can somebody
what
investigate that for us in the meanwhile?
What would they require?
The process and the requirement.
Okay, this young man lives here.
I can get my daughter.
For instance, if somebody already put up a house here,
Yeah.
they can't tell them they can't bore a well. Well, they could because they're saying
It's not
it's not regularized. But I was just thinking if even y'all got three things sorted out. One is if we got these gift of light kits where you get light, solar light, you get a proper bridge, and you get a well on this side. That would make life so much easier for the people here.
Well, I have already investigated about the light, and everybody is okay with the light.
Okay.
The bridge, everybody would be okay with the bridge. It's just the point where the bridge has to be, and they will have to decide about where they
Okay.
want to.
And the well
And the
really would have
I think
to
they
be-
would be happy to have a well.
Yeah.
So,
And if there's anybody in the cabinet that you need to speak to, I will speak to them. If that becomes the block.
My daughter might be able to give you the information
They can find the information, but if it has to go through that
concerning-
process, I will.
concerning the well.
Okay.
Because she's at the environment. She
Oh,
will
Right,
be
yes.
welcome. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe you
Well,
could ask her if we
But the
want
real
to-
thing is the permission. Who
Yeah, I'm
has to
gonna
say
ask
yes?
to
And
find
I will
out
go
from
to
her.
that person
Permission.
myself. Yeah.
Mr. Blair, who we have to go to get
Is it,
permission?
is it Ben?
Go through you.
The government is very squatting with for the government. So like, the government want the argument to put in that.
Like, you could do
They can release this land.
They could release the land, but
So that's
government
what
have to
ask
Can somebody give me a survey of the area, the coordinates, in about 2-3 weeks time? And I will go and see if they can give the land. We give them a nominal $100,000.
Guys, super surrender the land already.
They surrender land already to whom?
Yes.
To whom?
I won't give the source, but they surrender the land already. When I come here, this was the last house on this side. And there was the last house on this side. And when I build a bridge, then everybody talk about it.
No, but surrendering, you got a document that says that they're giving up this land?
The truth that I get it from, guys, super surrender.
No, I know that. We just see that.
Yeah.
somebody has the document.
Yeah, somebody have to do that.
Okay, can you get a copy first for us?
I don't see.
Because then it makes it easier to build a well.
If you could get a well on this side, everybody would be so much better off to get the well and
And
get access.
also, they should start thinking where the well would go ahead of time. Because we're going to find our way through that process together.
You got to tell the
You listening?
You got the ministry to do regulation.
Who's that?
Ministry doesn't shine.
Okay, don't worry. He's my friend.
Right?
He owes me things.
Yeah, so they come to do regulation.
No, regularization going to be a long drawn out
Yeah, but
process.
you see, once the piles are dropped, people know exactly who they are. forming and things.
Yeah.
When the time comes to shift where your ball is supposed
Yeah,
to be,
yeah.
it'll be like
But you
another.
see, he's saying the land has already been.
Yeah, for that
If
fishing,
we were
ain't got no problem.
if we were to assist the community to build the bridge, and obviously if they know it's us building the bridge, they'll raise alarm bells and it'll all rip it out because they can say, well, the land not regularized, where y'all going with your bridge.
So
If it is the community seen to be, y'all could raise the money from anywhere to build your bridge. You know what I mean? We're not looking for. We're not looking
You
for
don't
no
want
big
publicity.
and so.
Right.
Oh,
You see, because the thing
Mr.
is-
Smith, you understand what's going on?
Yes,
You
yes.
understand? If y'all want, if it's to assist the community and y'all are, you
We
know,
gotta form a community organization.
yeah, you got to get the community involved and let them agree and so on, and the chairman can decide, you know, y'all work
as a
among
team.
yourselves and get it done.
And we'll deliver what we say we promise.
Yeah.
So the lights, we need an estimate of a good solid minimum 7-foot bridge with handrails on both sides, and we need to figure out the well. And if somebody can figure out the cost of the well and the time frames, that's what we need to know. So who will we leave that with? You, Mr. Smith?
Mr. Smith is
I could
the
give you-
contact person.
But can you form a committee and share that?
I know you
I
have
won't,
the
I
two
won't
of
take the
them.
responsibility of forming the committee. I'll be a part of it.
But who would take the responsibility?
All right. Listen
Okay.
to me.
Let the chairman.
Let the chairman
decide.
sort it out.
Let the
Okay, let the chairman
Okay.
sort it out.
Because I think if he does get the group together, we could. These people are not going to move off this line in a hurry. Everybody's going to. So I would
And it's
say
not going to be regularized.
it's not going to be regular.
If you take another 8 years from now, it's going to be 8 years.
See what I
So you got to be careful. I can't walk over the bridge when the light comes.
You better get it.
I got to stay home here and we got to stay in the all the time.
So we're walking back that
So-
way, right?
The long and short of it is that Mr. Phillips is here.
During the
You
week.
can't tell it this month, but the latest audience will be Tuesday.
In terms of the gift of life, we're going to be registered. We got to go to everything, so we're looking
We're
at
just waiting
end
for
of
the
March.
duty-free status to bring
Right?
those light
End
kits
of
in.
March, we can bring them in duty free. But they're already been provided by the foundation through us.
Just the clearance.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we can get a list of homes so that we know exactly, because
We had a list, but I can't really
Yeah,
work with a
because-
list. We need to get back on the list.
and the number of
At least
children,
get-
so that
get-
we
get the
can
list.
at least say to the donors, we benefit to the community of X
But you
number
see,
of
like
people.
with the bridge, that's something that can happen quickly because you don't need permission to do that.
Right. You don't
And
need
that's a
duty-
case where funds could come to Guyana.
Tomorrow.
You all get access to the funds to do your materials, your labor, and you can get on with that project. You know what I mean? So the bridge seems to me to be something that can happen very quickly.
In a hurry.
The water, we'd have to investigate how you can put well.
and the gift of life, we got to bring
And
it
the gift
to
of life, we have to wait for the government to give us the duty free just to let that container land here.
And I can assure you that to construct the bridge, as long as a wooden bridge, we're going to have to pay for it.
Sorry,
Because
sir.
I have friends who will come to walk on the bridge, who is
Yeah.
not living over here, that's come and do the bridge.
But
Okay.
we want people here to help them. There's a community.
It's a project. Yeah. Let them come together.
If you got
Just walk. I forget that is a thing you're walking on. Mindset. Yeah, use a middle piece of it. Use a middle piece. So when you come over.
Yeah, if need
Every
be,
day.
Brother Blair, we can form them into a trust in 3 days for $100. But I leave you to decide that because we can form a trust, a community trust. But that's more formal. I just leave you to decide.
They don't even need to do that.
You need to do
They
that.
just need to come together as a little
Well,
committee and
because
decide that they got the money and they
in
approach
terms
a
of
few
the
people.
lights, we want them to monitor the lights, make sure that the lights are for the purposes that
And then I'll
So
send
we
it
have
there.
And
to
when
see
you have the
event monitoring
committee
that anyhow.
together, then you're going to be able to discuss and talk with them
Right,
what they like,
right.
what they can do. They
No,
can
this-
put on TV.
this
they can-
sample
No, but
is
it's,
here.
it is scaring. It is the whole thing is scaring.
Yeah.
What?
You're right.
Care.
And it's not, some people say, well, somebody sell it, and we don't want that kind
Yeah,
of business.
Yeah.
It's more than, it's more
No,
than.
we're gonna have a monitor.
I'm going to leave this sample at Eric at the office.
Yeah.
So when you're ready for the committee to see or talk to Eric, he can come up and do a little demo,
Right.
and everybody can see what
Yeah, when we have the meeting, he can be
right.
But
Well, before the
Sister
week-
Yvette, you're my interface. You're Brother Blair, so both of you have to be in the meeting.
Yeah, I will be.
Yeah, yeah,
before
I
the
know,
week-
I know, I
Before the
just-
week, before the week
My
finishes.
only request is that if we are going to do the bridge, then could we possibly do it properly so that we don't do it like when it goes up, it must look nice.
Yeah.
It mustn't just be
Pagali
any
Bridge.
old wood that looks.
No.
Green Heart, solid.
So let it be built like a proper bridge with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming out to meet with us today. We will do our part, and we'll be there trying to assist in any way we can. And Eric will hold down the
Eric,
fort here.
you are a
They
busy
give you a drop.
person.
They'll give you a drop.
Okay, you're a busy person all around.
All you need is a
Brother Blair
phone
was
now.
saying is by Tuesday, no?
The Tuesday could be the earliest, but before the week finishes.
Before the week
finishes.
finish.
we gonna
So
have-
what are your activities for the week?
Now you tell me
It
what
could
I'd
be
like you to
afternoon,
do
it could be
without me
afternoon.
being there.
Is
You
to meet the
guys
people first.
meet the
Meet the
people.
Yeah,
people
we'll meet
Get
and
the
explain to
estimates.
them, and then we're
And
gonna
then
And
we
then
can
we'll
invite
come
you
back
to
with
come.
a
we're gonna get organized. We're gonna organize
Because
them.
when we come back, we'd like to know the size of the bridge, the cost.
No. Yeah, we don't decide the size.
No, the cost.
What is the size?
7 feet.
7 feet minimum, yeah. With handrails for the
Yeah.
kids and the parents and
Okay,
the
so if
pregnant.
that is a decision that you all will
Yeah,
make,
just see
and
the
let us know
costing.
the costing,
And you can do the alignment and all of that, and that's fine.
and also among yourselves discuss who will disburse the funds for the wood and the labor and so on. If it's us or if you all want us to hand it over to a central person.
We'll come through to see Yvette and Brother Blair,
Yeah.
and they can dispense in terms of the design and when it's done. And,
Well, when we see the estimate, we know what it will
We know
cost
how
and
much
what
it
they
costs,
want.
right.
yeah.
Because we wouldn't know now until when they...
Because we're bringing some of the donors to Guyana to look at a couple of the projects that we're doing and so on. And I'm hoping to bring them sometime in March, June.
Which by
June.
that time you want
And,
everything.
well, the thing is, if you all can't finish by March, but I mean, the thing is, you should make a start and then
And we
at
see the
least,
design and all
because the thing about this foundation that we formed, this could be an ongoing something where if we start like this, I'm not just saying this community, but we aren't going to get much help. The political situation is going to take time to fix.
It-
No, we know that. We
It's
know
like-
that. We
take
know
time to
that.
fix.
like
We
the
know.
And also,
It's not going to get
you
regularized.
know,
That's
and
right.
also, I don't know, you have to get no objections from them.
Okay.
Because many projects in the USAID, the Commonwealth
Yeah.
and all of that,
Yeah.
you have to get a no objection letter
Yeah,
from
from the
them to government.
government.
And if they say no, it's that.
Yes,
Right,
You
right,
know?
right.
So all those are things we, you know.
And the
we-
thing is that with the Guyana Foundation, if we work with the community, they
That's
can't
it.
stop you.
No.
They cannot stop you.
Because we can take our
because
own
it's a
initiative.
community
Community
doing
thing.
it.
Yeah, and I'm a
All right.
Guyanese
It's
citizen.
all right.
He's
It's
a
a
Guyanese
community.
citizen.
It's a community.
You know,
We're
so
all Guyanese.
yeah, so they can't say, well, excuse me, you can't take money from
Because they go looking
And
at
listen, you
people
can't
empowering
come in.
themselves because it
Like
challenge them and all
when
those.
it's you know,
Yeah, but
oh, that big
the ambassador come
problem.
and
The ambassador came. They didn't want him to come.
get in trouble.
Came,
Let the
and the
come.
next thing you know, they start carrying on. Oh, he came here,
This was
and the
the
man
next
had
one.
himself with problems. The man said, if he can get a piece of land to live with,
But I think we got to find a way to make it happen. And then from here, we could do like a little project where we try to clean up the community. And if you all need garbage bins, you need containers. Let's try and see if we
I
can.
love your style. You know, give me another hug.
I'm working with Partners of Peace,
Uh-huh.
and they are also engaged in
Yeah.
that, bring some of the
Yeah.
same.
And you know something, if we, I mean, I've been in the middle of politics, so you all know that, in the heart of it all. And the thing about it is that if we, as the community, the way things are going right now, there's absolutely no way forward. Even if our party win and go into power, they can't deal with the degradation that is around this country
No.
right now. They don't have the resources to do it. So what I'm thinking is if communities could get up and get, with the assistance of others, help themselves. You can't tell a community help itself if it ain't got a dollar. But if through the foundation we could start bringing resources piece by piece by piece by piece,
another community can see what you all did, and they can say, oh geez, look at that place, it's looking fantastic, let's go, and the other one might start, and we can, and hopefully we make some progress. But you know, to wake up every day in this drudgery with no hope, no future, nothing changing, it's the same
The
thing.
people mindset.
It's like you,
They're like in a dungeon and
yeah,
they accept it over time.
Yeah.
They just accept it
and
and
if they
this is
got
the
a
way.
food box in their hand, well, nobody don't care, dash it out the window, because they don't care. It's like everybody give up, you know. So we gotta show them that we
No
care.
light. The
Let
dangerous thing
them
is
have
light.
an
No
input
light.
in whatever is going on,
Yes.
so that they will hear it more, because
Yes.
they say, oh, this is
And
a
that is
part.
why
the community
that
group
is why the
part.
community will have to function.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pardon?
That is why you have to get a functioning group.
Come, yes.
Yeah.
Right?
And not people who just sit down and lay back and wait.
There are people like that over there.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
They need help and they're willing to help themselves, as far as I'm
So
concerned.
if they weren't willing, they wouldn't be
Yeah.
building their own.
And the thing is, we ain't looking for no vote or no nothing. We just want to be able to help the communities, you see? Community by community by community. That's what we're trying to do. Like yesterday we went to
Politicians will
Region
come
10.
opposed by the bridge.
Yeah, you know, we went up there to the school yesterday. That thing had us all in shock when we walk in there. 195 students facing us in Region 1 at Santa Rosa. Primary.
795, not 100.
No, those in just the primary.
594. 594.
Children watching us, right, all lined up in the courtyard. The head teacher say, well, not one toilet is working, and the well has feces and rust in it. Now, how could you let 500 children go to school and all of them paddle with canoes and this and that? And someone in these organizations gave them money for food to feed the children.
Hello! Why
And
you don't do that?
And they ran out of the food.
The World Bank gave them money and the government was supposed to continue. The World Bank money finished and the government...
So next week
The
the money for the
government
food running
made a lot
out.
of promises that it can't keep, because
It's not that they can't.
what I understand
Not
is
that they
that,
can't.
They
you
spend
know,
the money.
The people spend out the money
spend out the money.
but that's what I was getting at. Because if you spend out so much money during your campaign and that kind of stuff, though, you ain't got money to finish this. Teachers in Region 4 weren't paid for how long?
People get paid,
Right?
people get paid right in Josh. Some people think
They ain't get paid. When Asha came home, she said she didn't get money. I said, me pension, me can't give you me pension. What happened to you money? She said they didn't get paid. And I didn't believe her. Still, when I called Nandi said, yes, they didn't get paid. So what they do with this money? And how they getting money to do all these things what they're doing and they finding money?
Well, let me put them. Let me find other ways.
All right.
Let's find other ways, you know.
It's a good time. We gotta head back because you gotta go. Thanks very
We will
much.
do
Brother
our,
Blair.
much for your
we will do our
See
part.
that?
And
You
I don't
know
know
I'm
what you're
busy,
doing
so
to
I'm
stay
appointing you here.
what are you doing to stay so slim and young?
Me riding
She's
all day
fighting the little kids at the school.
and fighting.
Discipline them.
I'm running around with Brother
And I
Blair.
doing my inaugural walk on New Bridge with Brother Blair.
Brother Blair. Brother Blair.